We already see we see an SDC pusher who's ready, but we don't see a buggy for them. And I guess they want the buggy in tip-top shape, and he's getting ready to push. He already has a cigarette in his mouth.
That can't help the you know, the push up the hill, right? I mean,
I guess we'll see what his King of Hill time is.
Is that a cigarette or a cigar there?
Oh, actually, wait. Also in lane 1, they are smoking a cigarette, and SigNu. Okay, and then finally the buggy's out there. So it looks like it's going to be the battle of the tobacco heads.
And we still have Fringe in the lead with the King of the Hill, by the way. 1894 is the mark to beat, so we'll see if the cigarette helps.
And I don't believe CIA is smoking right now. So I guess he's kind of making a stand for health. But yeah, it's do have a lot of smoke coming out, and cigarettes are in the mouth, and they're getting ready to go on the final exhibition heat of this morning. And I guess this will be one of those tests to see whether or not people who smoke are or aren't in better shape. And it looks like the cigarettes are still in the mouth, and actually CIA it still has a little bit of a lead. But I'd have to admit that SDC's pusher is doing a great job. SigNu is doing okay also, but it looks like SDC is going to make their transition first. And yeah, they're coming up, and it looks like actually about an even tie for all three teams coming up to the top of the hill. So I don't know what that says about smoking, other than that we might be seeing some problems in the first hill, as SDC took a wide lane and did bump. They did bump CIA. So CIA actually is a little bit further back, getting out of the way. I don't know if you want to have any sort of buggy bumps or crashes, but that was a little bit of a bump. And it looks like CIA is looking to take some revenge and take a bit of an inside lane to see if they can get past. And it looks like they will try to pass on the inside and then go back to the outside, as good defensive driving by SDC. And this is kind of a pretty interesting race where a lot of strategy is coming in, because we do have the two buggies side by side. Looks like CIA is managing to get around and pulling ahead, with SigNu well off in the lead ahead of the other two. So yeah, it looks like coming down the backside, we do have CIA that did finally manage to make their way around the SDC buggy that kind of did shove them off course initially at the top. So it looks like the redemption will be theirs. And in fact, actually, CIA's buggy did finally drop their handle. They had it up for most of the run, but they're going to be bringing it back up in a little bit as they come into the chute. And let's see if CIA can manage to make it around the SigNu buggy.
Alan, that CIA handle's been going up and down, actually, throughout the race.
I guess there's some sort of reason for it. And it looks like coming out of the chute, they're about neck and neck. SigNu coming out first, followed by CIA, who actually had to pick up the handle, as it wasn't up during the important time. And during that time, it looks like SDC was able to get around them. So we have SigNu coming up on a competitive heat, getting ready to push off. And don't forget to get off the course right after you push off. And then looks like SDC and CIA kind of a little bit more neck and neck in the back. And it looks like actually SDC is pulling ahead and is actually taking a lead in this backside with a little bit faster male pusher. But these mechanics can run, and coming up on the backside, getting ready to make it past the alumni tent, and being cheered on by the crowd. It looks like it's SDC first, followed by SigNu, and then CIA in the back. And coming out of the finish line, a lot more of a crowd are showing up today, and it's good to see them come out as we're getting ready for the first re-roll, which is one of the heats that matters. Not to say that this isn't a lot of fun, but they're coming up on the finish line. And do you guys have a time?
Yes, we're approaching 250 here, and this would be SDC, or I believe, right? No, CIA?
It would be SDC coming through
255.
First. Yep. And then we'll see if CIA and SigNu have been catching up to each other. And it looks like coming up next is SigNu.
305 and change, and finally CIA crosses at 307. So we had a few pretty close exhibition runs here.